Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Today we're going to be working on Book 3 of the Book of Boba Fett. And let's just dive in. Book 3 is the finale. Okay, we have Book 1, 2, Interlude, and Book 3. And we're going to add a whole new intro to this episode. The original episode starts off, if we look, episode 1, season 1, episode 7. We start off on the cityscape, and then we go to Garsa Fwip's sanctuary. I think I called it Cantina in my last video. My bad, I'm sorry. Where Boba and Finnick are kind of like looking at everything that happened. However, let's move some stuff around, and I think we can make a better introduction to Book 3. So, what we're first going to do is, first we'll move this out of the way, and then we're going to go into the Interlude chapter, where we have this section where Mando returns to Boba's castle and he gets the lowdown, and then this is our first look at Cad Bane. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna color this and move it, and then we are going to move it to the final chapter. So Cad Bane's introduction will be in Book 3 and his exit will be in Book 3. I don't want to overhype him an episode before, especially because I feel he kind of underdelivers. So we want to hype him up as the main villain for this final chapter, but we don't want to leave our audience in suspense. So we're gonna move that here, but I still feel like we can move something else, because if we go to our Book 2, what happens is the last thing we see is Garsa Fwip's sanctuary blowing up, right? If we remember the last video I worked on for Boba Fett, we changed to the location of when Garsa Fwip's sanctuary blows up. So what we're going to do is the war hasn't started yet, okay? So if we scroll through chapter 2, we are going to find the infamous chase scene with the Vespas. I will be going through and speeding up and fixing this chase scene to make it less cringy, make it less Spy Kids. If we look at the start of the scene for the Vespa chase, we have Boba and Finnick assaulting the mayor's office. This is a pretty powerful moment because Boba is actually going on the offensive. Boba has said that he's going to be a ruler that listens, that cares. Boba's actions here feel out of place. So if we look at where the Vespa chase is originally set, what we find is Boba has this dinner talk with Finnick Shan about how everyone's watching him and everyone's waiting to see what kind of leader he's going to be. And then in the next scene, the twins give up and they're like, the Pikes are coming, so we're gonna leave. And we're out, which solves Boba's problem of the twins. And then we go straight into, here's our gift of a Rancor, and then Boba's petting the Rancor. The twins also rat out the mayor, so that's when Boba decides to go and attack the mayor. So I feel like the Vespa speeder chase scene would be better served if we moved it to the intro of Book 3. Not only does it add a very George Lucas starting on the action feel to it, but it'll also provide us with good motivation for Boba. So Boba is saying he's not going to be the same leader as Jabba. And whenever Jabba was intimidated, we can imagine that he just attacked first. However, Boba is going to be very reluctant to attack. And it's going to be the explosion of the sanctuary that Boba decides to engage in active war. So we're gonna take the scene, we'll find where it ends. So the mayor's with the Pikes, right? So we can take that out, ripple delete, and we'll wanna give this some room. We'll make sure colors match here. As an added bonus, we can also add to the Pikes story of the twins say, we're leaving because the Pikes are scary. Here's a Rancor. And then after we visit with the Rancor, the Pikes show up. And it's like they show up immediately. Like the twins said they were coming and then boom, they're there. And they're already infesting the planet. After that scene, we'll get the recruitment of Chrysanthemum, the blowing up of the sanctuary, and then the we need muscle. This is going to be an open war. So let's go to book 3 now. Now if we look, we have a very George Lucas intro to book 3. George Lucas very much likes to start on an action beat.
I don't like beginnings. You know, I like to cut right into the middle of the action. That's kind of what we do on Indiana Jones. It's kind of what I do on American Graffiti.
So what we're going to do is, the last time we saw Boba, the sanctuary exploded. So he's not going to go to the sanctuary. He's going to attack the mayor first. So he's going to attack the mayor with this Vespa chase. But of course the mayor's not there, and he is instead with the Pikes. Because of all the edits we've made, now when we get this reveal, it feels a little bigger. Because now we can recall that the Pikes have blown up a part of the city, so open warfare is actually starting. The only kind of continuity error we run into is in book 2 with this scene right here. In our continuity, Boba and Fennec don't know that the mayor is with the Pikes right now. And they don't even know that he's missing. So what we're going to do is we are going to have Boba talk about reaching out to the mayor, just like he did the 5 families. So he'll ask if they've had any word from the mayor's major domo. And of course Fennec will respond, oh, he's squealing like a yuzum, or whatever she says. And that's just because of his nature. He doesn't need to be captured for her to still say that. So I feel like this dialogue can still apply to our scene. It's the next part that really breaks the continuity. When Fennec informs Boba that the mods are searching for the mayor, but he's nowhere to be found. And the main continuity issue is that Boba and Fennec don't know that the mayor is gone yet. So what we can do is just cut that section out and have Boba react to the major domo squealing. So here's how the scene is going to play out now. What I've done is I've gone through and I've cut out any mention of the mayor being gone. And the new dialogue just plays out like this.
Is he cooperating?
Oh, he's singing like a yuzum.
My armor, quickly.
Relax. The mods are combing the streets of Mos Espa.
I should still show my face in town.
You sure that's a good idea? War could break out any day.
And now they're focused on war and the Pikes' arrival. And we know coming up in the Pikes' arrival, Boba's gonna go out and recruit Chrysanthemum. And that's about it. So adding this new intro to the final chapter not only gives us more weight and motivation for Boba and attacking the mayor after the events of Garsa Fwip's sanctuary blowing up, but it also gives that classic Star Wars George Lucas start on the action vibe. Our new book 3 starts off with these scenes. So we start off with Boba making the offensive, attacking the mayor, and actively starting the war. And then we get caught up with the layout of the city, how things are about to go down, and the recruitment of Freetown. And then that's when we get our first reveal for Cad Bane to hype up the villains of this final chapter. And then the rest of the scenes are very similar to the original version, but we'll be making some more changes down the line, and I hope you guys stay tuned for those. Are there any fixes for Boba Fett that you would like to see? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to collaborate with you guys and work on these edits. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.